How's it going, you two? How we doing today? Make sure you guys are double tapping that phone screen if you're over here on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you have not already. Like always, repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things if you're over on TikTok. And now, if you're seeing this on your For You page, you read this saying, "Why do you support Trump?" And then you see this and say, "I support Trump because blah blah blah." Come up and debate me. How, you might ask? Well, you go click on the actual live stream if you're on your For You page. Click on the actual live stream, come on in, hit that guest request, and I will let you up in. Now, I don't know how good my push is going to be today, but typically we do have some pretty good push. As always, my friends, we are looking for some debates. So if you are someone who wants to have a debate or conversation, join up in that guest box for me, as always. I forgot to turn that on. Yeah, how's it going?
Good afternoon.
You support Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, we've talked a couple times.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about?
I think we've already gone over economy, immigration. Another interesting topic is I think one of Trump's best policies is expanding the child tax credit to $2,000 per child.
I agree with that. Harris would have done it to 6,000 for the first year, 3,000 until the child is 18 years old.
Harris would have done it to what?
To a greater extent.
Good policy, right?
Yeah, the 2,000 child tax credit is good, but Harris would have done it to a greater extent.
You said she would have made it $6K per child?
For the first year of a child's life, 3,000 until them being 18 years old.
Cool. Yeah, good policy. Like well, let me ask you, why do you support that policy, that type of policy?
Well, like the child tax credit in specific?
Yeah.
I think that there's like a lot of benefits that come with it. I think when it comes to like the issue of like children with in terms of family, I think that it's good if we help out these new families in reference to giving them like a tax credit so that they're able to raise children, right? And I think that like this issue that I bring up a lot is also what I reference to an abortion, like doing a bigger child tax credit would actually decrease the amount of abortions because it's going to be easier for these families instead of them being like at the what's it called, bare minimum. They're going to be like a little bit above average, above that like line that is set, that is called the bare minimum, or I don't know the exact wording that I'm using right now, but I think it would make it easier for these families to do. Sorry, I worded that horribly.
Okay. One of the things that I was going to go into was the fact that I like it is I think that it supports families, but I also think that we need to add some clauses to it to try to incentivize and support two-parent households. Like, I think that one problem with the child tax credit is it still leans heavily on single-parent households, meaning whether you have one parent or two parents, you'll get the same amount per child for tax on the tax credit. So still technically speaking, makes more sense for one individual to raise kids by themselves than split it half and half, or as you see a lot of joint custody parents doing, one claims 1 year, one claims the next year. Like, I think that's a problem.
How is that a problem?
I just explained that because it still has it lacks the incentive to prioritize two-parent households.
Okay. Prioritize two-parent households. Then what clauses would you, how would you amend this? Or what clauses would you add to prioritize two-parent households?
Yeah, I kind of just went over that.
You didn't tell me what you would like, how you would prioritize it though.
Like you
just said this prioritizes, like this doesn't prioritize two-parent households, but I want to do that.
So
you didn't tell me how you would do that.
Well, I said more money for two-parent households. Like, if it's a two-parent household, then they get more money, or maybe even split it up per parent, unless say the parent is deceased, something like that, or they
So if
like
it's just like a single parent household, they would receive less money.
no, they would. I'm not saying decrease benefits for a single parent household. I'm saying add additional incentives for a two parent household because that's what we want to promote, right?
I mean, sure, if you want to like promote these like two parent households and you want to like increase the benefits for two parent households, like is that it? You just want to increase the benefits
I
and
want
like
to do
keep the
things that
single parent
incentive.
households like the same? Because you
So
just
to
said you didn't want
add,
to decrease those.
yeah, I don't want to do. I'm fine with keeping it at 2,000 for a single parent household. Let's, for example, you could very easily make it 3,000 for a two parent household. Things that incentivize parents to stick together and stay within the household together, and also, for example, I guess a lot of this goes back to my issue with a lot of Democrat policies is they don't have this sort of thinking in mind when coming up with policies, where a lot of the regression of our society actually stems from this core issue that nobody likes to talk about, which is the fact that single parent households has increased dramatically since the 1960s.
Well, yeah, like you can put in incentives, but I don't think I think that there's gonna like you can like raise some like red flags in terms of like incentives and like people staying together like as a like like staying a two parent household simply for the benefits that could raise some red flags and problems within that family.
What do you mean?
Like if you're saying that there's going to be more benefits, like you not decrease benefits for single parent households, but it just increase benefits for two parent households. You could see these couples staying together simply for the benefits, right? That
Sure.
could have some negative effects or red flags in some instances, maybe abuse, and they're
I'd
just doing
argue
it for the
on
benefits. You know,
average,
there's go ahead.
on average, even if the parents stick together for the wrong reasons, that's still gonna on average, and I'm not saying every single scenario, on average, that's still gonna have a better outcome on the child than separating the parents or the parents being separated. We see this happen all the time.
But how
Parents
so? Like,
stick
do you have any study to like back that up?
parents stick together to support the quote unquote support their kids, even if say they no longer have a remote romantic attraction to each other, whatever it may be. And they do this because they understand and they see firsthand that having two parents in the household plays a big role. A mom has a role and a dad has a role. And once you
Yeah,
take one of
like, but
those,
like this would also go into like the two moms and two dads thing. Like that would be bad. Like I don't think like a single parent
I
household
didn't
like
say that was
is.
bad.
No,
That's better than a single parent household.
sure, but like the point that I'm like saying here, like even like staying together. What do you mean by staying together? Like living in the same household, or
Correct. And
like
supporting the kids.
acting civil, but living separately. Like I think that there's ways that you could go at this while not being together with your partner, with via like a divorce, and then like being able to like civilly, so being able to act civil, in reference to like the children and what the children need and their wants, and how to care for your children. Right? I think that we see this in multiple single parent households, where they're act civil and the children grow up very like just fine, just like any other child. Right? I don't think you
Yeah.
have any evidence to back this up.
Oh, there's tons of evidence. It's one of the most highly researched social studies out there. Is the effect on a single parent household on the child. When a child is grown up in a single parent household, whether it be from divorce, from an accident, widow, whatever, they're 2 to 3 times as likely to end up in poverty. They're 4 times likelier to drop out of school. You haven't heard this statistic before? I can get you the exact studies, but
Sure,
you haven't heard of it?
I've not. No.
Let me Google this.
You said they're 4 times or 2 times more likely.
So I believe it's 2 or 3 times more likely for to grow up in poverty, and 3 to 4 times more likely to drop out of high school, and then they're 2 to 3 times more likely to commit a crime, like a violent crime, end up in prison, incarcerated, whatever.
Sure. According to who?
All right, let me go back to Googling.
sure you guys are double tapping that phone screen if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. As always, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. What's up, Ashley? All you have is one photoshopped of them. It's not photoshopped. This is two best friends. I'm bring someone up in the meantime. Thank you for the follow. How's it going?
Okay.
Do you support Trump?
U.S. or
Liam? Alrighty, they're not here.
all right. So the U.S. Census Bureau and Annie Casey Foundation reports. There's reports like that show that single-parent families have a poverty rate of 31.7% versus 9.5% for two-parent family households. You have ones like from the National Fatherhood Initiative, Father Facts.
Can you give me a title for one of them? You said they're 2 to 3 times more likely to commit a violent crime or like a crime. I don't know if you said violent. I think you said crime. So I don't want to misquote you. So could you give me like a source? And then you said they're like 4 times more likely to, like 3 to 4 times more likely to like, drop out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So National
Fatherhood Initiative. What's the title for that one?
Let me go pull a title. Fatherhood Facts official page. It's just fatherhood.org. Facts page. Okay.
LA, you're in here every day. I appreciate you for being here. Trump threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being inappropriate with his staff. No, that's not the reason why, but all right, listen, man, I disconnected you because there's like 8 people in the guest box, and I want to give other people a chance. But if there's ever a time that you see me and there's no Trump support on the live stream, feel free to come back up because I've talked to you like what 5 times now, last maybe 2 weeks.
Can you hear me now?
How's it going? Do you support Trump?
You know I do.
I don't know who you are. Why do you support Trump? Take it away.
Dude, you're such a liar. You're such a fanboy. Just be honest with yourself.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
No idea who you are. Why do you support Trump?
Like L.A. Graham down there. Like, I could see you licking
he loves me, yeah.
Yeah, you're licking your lips when you knew I was in the queue, okay? We get it.
Why are you like fantasizing about me licking my lips about you? Who are you? Can you like, just give me the reason why you support Trump?
Why do I support Trump?
Yeah.
Because I don't like to see men, you know, great men who have done great things in society like Donald Trump have trolls like you put up, you know, false realities like on your background with Jeffrey Epstein. I think that I think it's trolly. I think it's foolish. I think it's silly. I think that it's unintelligent. But that's pretty much what your platform stands for, you know, with the 11 people that are here.
Sure. So you said it's foolish, unintelligent, whatever. Okay, sure. Like, what is name? You said Donald Trump has done good things.
Why do you have
I'm
Jeffrey
just, like, bashing him?
Why do you have Jeffrey?
These two are like our best friends, right? They're best friends forever.
No, they were not. That's a complete.
No, they were.
That's a complete lie.
They were your best friends.
Prove that.
Prove it. Yeah, Trump's word of mouth and Jeffrey Epstein's.
Okay, cool. What was the big business deal between them? The big business adventure.
I don't care about their business adventure. I care about the crimes.
You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about
the crimes Jeffrey Epstein committed and the crimes Donald Trump may have committed.
Tell me the business adventure they had together.
Why should I care about a business?
Were they both businessmen?
Were they both
Very, very
businessmen?
wealthy
I mean,
businessmen.
you could argue like Donald Trump. Like, I mean, technically, like, sure, but like, was he really a businessman? Like, was he successful? Absolutely not.
So you're saying was Donald Trump successful? Not successful.
No, he wasn't successful.
So the closest that let me educate you, if that's okay. So the closest that Donald Trump and Epstein ever came to doing business together was when Trump actually outbid him on a Florida property. It was like 41.
Why do I care about this?
It was like, yeah, because you need to shut up and listen. That's why. Because if
Yeah,
it's
just like there's no relevance. This has no.
it is relevant. It is all relevant.
You know what's relevant? Donald Trump
you would
sending
shut up
Jeffrey
and
Epstein that
listen.
birthday card.
Oh yeah,
saying,
let me
every day
finish.
being on the wonderful secret.
Let me finish, little
Saying that
fella.
Donald Trump likes likes girls as young as Jeffrey Epstein does. That's what matters. Not whether or not someone outbid someone, or not whether or not they were businessmen that worked together.
They were not businessmen. They did not work together. That's the
Alright,
point.
Donald Trump isn't a
Genius.
businessman. Cool.
What's that?
You just admitted Donald Trump isn't a businessman.
I said that they did not do business together, you buffoon.
You said quote they were not businessmen. You said that.
They were
verbatim.
not partners in
That's not what
business.
You said they were not
Exactly
businessmen.
what I said.
Maybe you. Oh, do you want to bet?
Why
You
are
wanna bet money
your
on that?
words overlapping
Do
mine?
you want to bet? Do you want to bet money
You
on
want
that?
the floor? Go ahead. Talk about nothing.
Hold on. How much you want to bet money that you said that?
Go ahead. Waiting for your shit. Go ahead.
You said that they are not
Can't wait.
businessmen.
Can't wait. Go ahead.
You said that they are not businessmen. Concede. You said that.
How many other individuals have been prosecuted involving nefarious acts with Epstein?
Not enough.
How many besides him and his partner Gilong?
Not enough.
How many? Give me a number.
When I say not enough, that means not enough.
Yet how many? How many people in total have been prosecuted? So Epstein is unalived. Maxwell is in prison. Who else has been
Donald Trump wants
charged?
to give him like.
Who else has been charged? You've answered no questions. Who else has been charged?
Because this is about Trump. This isn't about.
Who else has been charged?
This
Has
isn't
Trump
about
been-
Prince Andrew. This isn't about Bill Clinton. This isn't about Les Wexner. This isn't about literally anyone else in relations to the Epstein files. This is about this man right there, Donald J. Trump. So we're not going to talk. We're not talking about anything or anyone else besides this man. This isn't about Bill Clinton. This isn't about Les Wexner. This isn't about anyone else but this guy right here.
Oh my God, you're such.
So tell me why you support Trump. Take it away.
Because I think he's a great president and he has
How
America.
so?
He has America first in mind.
America first. Does America first care about the Constitution?
If it benefits the American people, yes.
Okay. Like, would you say the election clause benefits the American people?
The election clause, yes. You're talking about fair elections for sure.
The election clause, just giving the right to the states to hold their own elections and control that, and not have the federal government intervene with that. Would you say the appropriation clause is beneficial for the average American?
I think that no. I think that there needs to be oversight from the government to make sure that states are abiding within the rules. Yes, of the election clause. Yes, I think that that's what big government is for. It's for oversight.
Sure. So, obviously,
Do you agree with that or not?
You haven't told me a single reason why you support Trump. You said because he's a great president. He's America first. Go ahead, tell me how is he America first?
How is he America first? Well, I think in a lot of ways, I think that he's trying to bring back manufacturing.
Private investment into manufacturing is down
Yeah, why? Because
of his Liberation Day tariffs.
because of tariffs. I would say tariffs has something to do with it.
Okay, so he's completely failed. So that's not him being America first. That's him being America last. So how is he America first?
You don't think that because of how much we are reliant upon foreign goods, that it's going to devastate our country trying to build back manufacturing and build our own products?
Repeat. Is that gonna?
Please
Did you ask if that's good or bad?
I'm not being combative with you. I'm just asking you a question, okay?
No, I just repeat. I didn't hear if you said was that good or bad.
I said, It's good and bad.
Are you
Okay.
asking? No, you asked me a question of whether or not like
My,
making our products here. Were you asking me if that's a good thing or a bad thing?
yeah, I'm asking you if it's a good thing or bad thing.
Okay, so yeah, I think that like yeah, bringing manufacturing to America is a good thing, in general. But I think
How
overall
do
the
you,
way Donald Trump is trying to do it,
how do you
it's
do
not a
that?
good thing.
How do you do it without tariffs?
You take a look at the Biden-Harris administration, Chips and Science Act. You can do
Some Science
incentives.
Act.
Yeah, you can do incentives that created like 115,000 jobs in reference to like the manufacturing sector. You can do things like that at a greater scale. But at the end of the day, tariffs don't bring like manufacturing jobs to America, and we saw that in the fiscal year of 2025 with private investment into American manufacturing being down, and jobs having the worst jobs report since COVID.
Well, for me, it's a lot bigger, dude. I don't like all the foreign goods. All of the crude oil and everything that's being transported into our country. I would love to see heavier tariffs increased. You could even say targeted tariffs
Okay, so
on
Joe Biden
on a lot of
produces
on a
more
lot of
oil.
on a lot of imported products in this country to slow down the flow of tankers crossing our ocean.
So about oil, Joe Biden produced the most oil in American history.
I know that's more carbon footprint across our ocean. So, are you for polluting our ocean or not?
You said you don't want foreign crude oil. You just said that.
I want less imported oil.
Less
Yes.
foreign and more American, right?
Yeah.
So then you like Joe Biden producing more oil. It's not about like my perspective, it's about yours. So you like Joe Biden and him producing the most oil in like American history, right?
He didn't slow down. Joe Biden did not slow down imported oil coming into this country. He actually
increased.
Hang on a
increased
second.
American oil.
You're triggering my brain for deeper conversation. Donald Trump actually, until the dying minutes of his administration, allowed for Russian oil that was being laundered into this country. Finally, put a stop to it. So Russian oil during the war, because we put sanctions on Russia.
And now
to
he's
stop-
considering lifting off those sanctions off Russia and Belarus, by the way, because he started a war. So where's it going now? He's considering lifting sanctions off of Russia and Belarus. Oof.
So wait, who started this war?
The Iran war, America and Israel.
No, I wasn't talking about Iran. You're talking about Iran, the Iran
Yes,
conflict?
because now, currently,
I was talking
Donald
about.
Trump-
Wait, I was talking about Russia and Ukraine. No, you're not understanding.
You're not
I'm
tracking
s-
then, because
Yeah.
you mentioned the sanctions. Well, Donald Trump is now attempting or considering to lift sanctions off of Russia and Belarus because of the war in Iran. So that's a tracking error on your part.
What
not my
are
part.
those? What are those sanctions for?
That he's considering lifting off?
What sanctions and what would those sanctions be allowing?
It's in reference to oil.
Okay, where is that oil going to be going?
Mainly it's going to be going to what I'm assuming Europe, maybe.
Okay, is Europe being devastated because they can't get oil from Russia? Is
I
that you think that's hurting their? You think that's hurting their economy?
A lot of countries are being hurt. Their economies are being hurt because of the Strait of Hormuz being closed. Yes, especially like Europe. Yeah.
So is that a terrible thing that people are being devastated and they need help, and he doesn't want an endless war, so he's trying to push for an end, at least keep the business going here? What are you talking
We're
about?
talking about the sanctions that you said were good, but now he's considering.
No.
lifting.
I was talking about sanctions because of Ukraine and Russian conflict that was going on that
No,
popped
we're
off
talking about oil
because of the weak
and then you
Biden
said,
administration.
and then you said
You're
Donald
not
Trump put
tracking. You're
sanctions.
no. You're jumping to the conflict with Iran. Okay,
What are you
I'm ta-
talking about?
are you a buffoon?
Can we hold on? Let's
Did
just
you
recap.
just no?
Let's-
You
let's
just wanted to. You wanted to go so fast to Iran war that you just blew right past what I said.
let's just recap. What we've been talking about is oil. We're talking about foreign oil, and then you said, okay, well, Donald Trump reduced the amount by putting sanctions on Russia, and then I brought up the fact, well, hey, he's considering lifting sanctions off of Russia and Belarus.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's quite literally what you said.
I said that I started by saying, and then you just deflected. I said the Biden administration was allowing the United States to purchase laundered Russian oil when we were in the midst of the heightened Ukrainian-Russian war.
Biden had sanctions on
I don't care if he had said he had sanctions. He was still importing oil, laundered Russian oil that was hitting the coast of the United States, okay?
Yeah, what's your source for that?
Why don't you just look up laundered Russian oil and you'll find a source. And you'll look when they finally shut down that laundered Russian oil. You'll see that it was right there at the beginning of Donald Trump's inauguration.
So in 2022, he signed an executive order banning direct imports of Russian energy.
That was Biden?
Yeah.
Yep, great. That has nothing to do with my claim of laundered Russian oil.
Okay, so what's your evidence that it was like laundered Russian oil? Because from what
Shut
I'm
up
reading
and do
here,
the
there's no
research,
evidence.
bro. Quit asking me questions.
Shut up and do your research. It was your
Yeah,
time,
I've
by the way.
already given you all of the info. You can
No,
do
I'm
the
asking for a
research.
source. I didn't ask for like what I put in my Google. I asked for a source.
Holy fucking shit.
All these sources are saying Biden banned Russian oil, by the way.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll give you the source.
Sure. Make sure you guys are double tapping that phone screen if you have not already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. How's it going, D-Sport Trump?
We are Charlie Kirk.
Yo, get better at singing. How's it going, D-Sport Trump?
We are Charlie Kirk.
Get better at singing, brother. What? Oh, God. Please, take some singing classes. There's still hope. We on to the next, guys. If you guys support Trump, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have a debate with you. I'd love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we are looking for some debates. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you have not already.
You can look it up as it would be Global Witness.
Sure, Global Witness. What's the title? "Quote unquote" caller is
it'd be
buffoon toast.
the American
What?
purchases of laundered Russian oil. It's like $180 million or something.
How did this happen?
Pull up the website, genius.
But I'm asking like in advance, like how did this happen, just so I can like cross-reference your source. So what's your claim that you're making? Like, how did this happen? How did Joe Biden allow this to happen?
How did he allow it to happen? Because all it was basically was a detour in the route and the way that this oil was. Russia found a loophole where they were sending it to another location, and then we were receiving it from that location.
It
So
doesn't even mention Biden.
just look at the date and timeline, genius.
Like, sure, I can look at the date and time, but like this doesn't even blame Biden for
Look
that.
at you looking like you're scared right now. You're like, oh my gosh, there's actually evidence out there that shows that Biden was
Doesn't even
allowing
mention Biden, by the way. I can show you,
allowing
like,
thousands and thousands of barrels of oil from
this
Russia
doesn't mention Biden.
during the war.
Hold on. Concede that your source doesn't
Hold
mention
on,
Biden.
hold on. What are you talking about? I'm
Concede
not
that
gonna
your
hold
source
on
doesn't mention
anything.
Biden.
You need to start digging deeper when you research,
Concede that your
bud.
source doesn't mention Biden. I can read the whole source right now. Biden isn't mentioned a
I
single
don't
time.
care if it. Did I say that it's going to mention Biden? What?
The source
I
that you're
don't-
the source that you're providing here
Dude,
is to prove
Biden
that
was
Biden
an
allowed this
idle
to happen.
pen. Biden was
Okay,
an
so then
auto pen.
now you're switching the goalposts from saying that Joe Biden allowed this laundered Russian oil to come into the country. Now you're
Yes, he
saying
did. Did
Joe
he not?
Biden
Did he
didn't
not?
do it. Now you're
Did he
saying Joe
not?
Biden didn't do it. It was his auto pen. So what's the claim that you're making, man?
It happened under his administration. Is
Okay,
the point.
14% unemployment happened under Donald Trump. Therefore, Donald Trump
Well,
caused the 14%
good
unemployment,
pivot,
right?
bro. Good
Right?
pivot. That was solid.
It's not a
That
pivot.
was-
It's not a pivot. It's a correlation causation fallacy. What you did, and I also did a correlation causation fallacy by saying 14% unemployment was caused under Trump. Therefore, Trump caused it. Right? It's an example to show how absurd your correlation causation fallacy is because it happened under someone's administration. Therefore, the president caused it. Well, guess what? Horrible things happened. COVID happened under Donald Trump. Therefore, Donald Trump caused COVID. Right?
Dude, you were like the
Donald Trump
Spurs
created
trying to
COVID.
beat
Donald
New
Trump
York
caused
on
COVID.
that pivot right there.
Donald Trump caused COVID. Right?
No, actually, he
But it happened under his administration. Based on your perspective,
No,
Joe
no,
Biden,
no, no, no,
this
no,
happened
no.
under Joe
He-
Biden's administration. Joe Biden did it. Okay, well, this also happened under Trump's administration. Therefore, Trump did it. You can claim pivot all you want, but you know it's not a pivot, and you know it's not a pivot. It's to show that you're using a correlation causation fallacy, and you've been doing this for years, man. I would expect you not to do that.
good pivot, good try, but
Not
yeah,
a pivot. You can try to claim a pivot, but it's not a pivot.
you pivoted like the Spurs trying to beat New York last night. Okay, so that
The
shit was
Spurs lost
ugly,
badly,
bro.
buddy.
What's that?
Spurs lost terrible. How do you lose at 29? 29. How do you lose 29, bro?
I know that was pretty terrible.
Crazy. But anyway, that's a pivot. Now back on topic. Can you like address your correlation causation fallacy?
Yeah, let's get back to the point at hand here before you pivoted. So
You said
Yeah,
because
so-
it happened under Biden, Biden caused it.
So
this all
launder-
happened under Trump, therefore Trump
okay,
caused
so
it.
listen, bro, listen. We saw some of the worst gas prices outside of right now that we have ever seen under the Biden administration. Okay, now listen. And the only reason that they were not twice as bad is because he was allowing laundered Russian
How?
oil. I gave you a source right now.
How is he allowing it?
And
This
I
didn't mention
am
Biden.
almost
Hold on.
done,
Hold on.
One
Liam,
second.
This didn't say that Biden allowed it. You said you gave me a source. Wrong. This source does not say that Biden allowed this to happen. Not once does it mention Biden. So that's actually a lie. Why are you lying, Liam? Come on.
So you've read the whole entire article, huh?
I did Control F. Did Biden? It's not that hard, Liam.
Oh, control left Biden? That's all you did? Dude, you don't even know how to read, bro.
I skimmed through it and then I
How
did
do you
Control F
research? Do you control left? That's how you research or what?
when I'm trying to look for whether or not your source says Biden. Yes, I do Control F and type in Biden.
Dude, you're so unintelligent.
Says
This
the one
is
who just lied.
crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Why am I even speaking to you if you're not going to be actually?
Oh, you're gonna run
like-
away?
No, I'm not going to run away. I'm just saying, why would I speak to someone like you who would not read between the lines here and actually do some extensive research? You're just a
Because you made a
lazy
claim.
You're a
You made a
lazy
claim.
American, bro.
You made a claim, Liam. Let me explain something to you. You made
You're
a
a
claim.
lazy
You said this
American
source-
who
you
should
said
be
this source blames
deported.
Biden. You just said that right
You
now.
look
This source
like
blames Biden.
hey, I would profile
Bullshit.
you.
If I don't want to read, 12 paragraphs in front of like 50 people in total, if I don't want to read like 12 paragraphs on a
Find
live
the
stream,
words, bro.
What I'm gonna do
Find
is
the
do
words.
Control F. In your source, do Control F. Find where it says Biden, because again, the claim you made is that Biden allowed this to happen, and your source proved that. Okay, so if your source doesn't say
Can I-
anything
can
about
I-
Biden, this source doesn't prove that Biden caused it.
Do you know how to respect your elders? Can I finish my point?
I'm not gonna respect you. I don't care if you're old. Like, I'm sorry you're losing your hair and like
I'm older
your
than
turns,
you,
gray.
okay?
I'm sorry that you're balding, and I'm sorry that like you might need a cane to walk, but that doesn't mean I should respect you. I respect my
wouldn't-
elders. If they respect me.
hang on. So an older man that walked up to a door with a cane, you wouldn't open the door for him?
If they didn't disrespect me, I would respect them. But if they
Am I
disrespect me,
Am I
I'm gonna disrespect them.
disrespecting you?
How am I disrespecting you, buddy? Are you crying? Are you snowflake? You're a sensitive snowflake. Doesn't it say like in your bio something about like snowflakes? And
Dude,
right now you're
okay,
crying. Saying, tell me how I
okay.
disrespected you.
Listen, you can
No,
add
tell me how
home-
I disrespected you. You said I disrespected you. How,
GTA, give me a minute, okay? Calm down.
how did I disrespect you?
GTA, give me 2 seconds, all right? You're a disrespectful punk. I get it. It's fine.
How
now.
so? How so? We're all waiting, Liam. How am I disrespectful? Liam, you're a sensitive snowflake, man.
Dude, sorry. That was a
Wow, you got banned for harassment and bullying. Liam got banned for harassment and bullying, yet I'm the one who's disrespectful, by the way. Host is acting like he's seeing the comments. I am seeing the comments, but I choose to ignore them because I'm not going to address comments in the middle of the debate unless people are researching stuff or I'm doing it and I can read the comments. No, you ran. Liam literally got a violation for harassment and bullying. That was not me. That was TikTok. I'm assuming because he called me disrespectful. PUNK. But, you know, that's TikTok. Wish we could have continued that. Host crashed out so bad. Tiffany, come up and debate me. I'd love to cook you. Yeah, how's it going, Alex? Do you support Trump?
Hold on.
Maybe on to the next S. If you support Trump, join up in the guest box.
We are Charlie Kirk.
Please but get better at singing. Moving on to the next S. I'm gonna ban you if you come into my guest box one more time. How's it going? Do you support Trump?
Bro, Liam just cooked the fuck out of you,
Sure,
dude.
what point did he cook me on?
I mean, seriously, dude. It's just,
what point
it's
did he
just
cook me on?
diabolical. It should be. We should be calling the cops, man.
Sure, what point did he cook me on? Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about your fucking mop head, bro. You can't even get a fucking haircut, dude.
You made a claim.
Let's
You
talk
made a
about
claim. You
your
said Liam
fucking
cooked
mop
me.
head, bro.
No,
Are you-
we're not talking about my quote unquote mop head. What
I'm
we're gonna
gonna get a
talk
haircut,
about,
bro.
what we're gonna talk about, is a claim that you made that Liam cooked me. What did he cook me on?
All right, so here's the claim. You wore the same outfit
No,
you're wearing
Liam.
right
Liam
now
cooked me.
yesterday,
What did Liam cook me?
Because you live at home
What did
with your
Liam cook me?
parents, and you can't even do your
No,
own
it's
fucking
called a washing
laundry,
machine.
bud.
I mean, I know you
Bro,
probably
everybody
stink.
cooks you.
I know you probably stink and you probably don't wash your clothes and don't shower.
everybody
right?
cooks
and
you,
I'm
bro.
sure you're like reflecting right now on yourself, and you're actually like showing us that your like mom actually slides food under your like basement door because she's not willing to go underneath the basement.
But you're
because
the
of how
one that
bad it
lives at
stinks
home with your
because you don't
mom.
shower or like wash your
Bro,
clothes.
you live at home
But
with
the
your
point
parents.
is here that like I wash my clothes and like some people, i.e. you, but you made a claim and you said Liam cooked me. What did he cook me on? Go ahead. You have 5 seconds.
Hey,
or I'll
remember that
cook
one?
you.
Remember that one
Kick
time
you,
we
sorry.
debated, and then the next day you were wearing the same fucking outfit. Remember that?
Is what's your name? I forget your name.
Remember we
You changed your
debated. And
profile?
literally the next
So why are
day
you
you were
obsessed with
wearing
me?
the same fucking outfit.
Why are you obsessed with me? Oh yeah, the
You
skeleton
can't even
shirt. I have
fucking
it.
change your clothes, you dingling.
I have that shirt over there.
You're a bum loser, bro.
So listen, you have 10 seconds to tell me how Liam cooked me. You have 10 seconds.
You don't
or
even
else I
make
kick you.
$100 a day, bud.
10, 9, 8.
How much do you make per day? Like 20 bucks?
3, 2, 1. Tiffany
Oh,
in the comments section says host goes to personal insults because he's uneducated. Hey Tiffany, that guy came up here and said Liam cooked me, and then proceeded to say I wanted to talk about my quote unquote mop head, right? And then said that I talked about my shirts and that he's obsessed with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go to insulting him if that's what he starts. If he starts with that, Ham, so am I. By the way, Tiffany, it's just fair game. How's it going, man? Do you support Trump?
Yeah,
How old are you? New?
I'm 21. I'm 24. 24.
Cool. What do you want to talk about?
Have a few things to say. Liam, his argument he was making, it makes sense. If Biden just used the auto pen to just ignore everything, then yeah, I say this as
Trump's
in
using AutoPen.
I'm saying if he uses ignore, I'm not making that. This is not my argument. I'm just saying it makes sense. His did.
Okay, but the claim that he made is that Biden allowed this
Yes, if
this
you don't
oil, this
put-
Russian oil, laundered Russian oil into America. And what he was not able to prove, and what his source did not prove, is that Biden allowed this. So if you have any like source that proves that Biden did allow this, feel free to do so.
My thing is, if Biden's the president and he didn't stop it from happening at the time, then he allowed it. That is,
Then Donald Trump allowed 14% unemployment rate, right?
you don't make no sense. That's an invalid
14%
argument.
unemployment rate happened under Donald Trump in his first term. He didn't do anything to stop it. Therefore, he caused it. That's what you just said. And don't go
No,
back on it
I
because you just said
said-
hold on. You just said Joe Biden didn't prevent this from happening, therefore he caused it. Donald Trump didn't prevent the 14% unemployment rate, therefore he caused it. Yes?
I said allowed. Please
Okay,
pay
therefore
attention.
he allowed
and
it.
listen.
So then Donald Trump allowed the 14% unemployment rate, right?
That makes no sense because that's not under his control.
Okay,
can
how is this
turn
under his
away-
control?
You can use your military to turn away their cargo ships. You can literally just not accept the cargo ship into the dock. You can just turn it away.
And
say,
actually,
"No,
that's
not accept."
literally what happened in reference to like the executive order that he signed banning Russian oil, specifically like energy, from coming into America. Right. What we're talking about here is laundered Russian oil, and whether or not he allowed this to happen or did not. His source that he provided doesn't say Joe Biden allowed this to happen, and you have failed to provide it. Also, you're just saying correlation causation because he didn't do this. therefore he
Because
caused
these
it.
two do match together.
And then you said it's not within his control. Sure, let's just say that like
is in his
let me give you like an analogy, like an absurdity. I'll reduce it down to an absurdity to prove that your view holds absurdities. So let's just say that you view like you are witnessing someone raping someone, and you could have prevented it by like grabbing like a gun and doing that right to the rapist, right? But you did not do it. Therefore, you allowed the rape to happen. Yes, and you caused it in that aspect.
I wouldn't say cause, but I would actually say you did allow it.
So so hold on. So Joe Biden didn't cause it to happen then.
I'm not making the claim that he caused it. We're making the claim that he allowed it.
Okay, how did he allow this? Because from the
By
executive order that
not
he signed,
enforcing the
from the
law.
executive, he literally enforced an executive order banning Russian oil. So that's false.
So you can just say you ban something while not enforcing it. I can say I ban
It was enforced.
murder, but let people murder on the streets. See,
It was
you do
enforced.
not.
It was enforced.
Did the article say it was? You're just saying the article.
This article isn't about his executive order. This article is about Liam's claim about Donald Trump allowing this to happen.
I thought you said it was Biden who allowed it to happen.
I mean,
The
Biden, sorry,
sanction.
misspoke. Yeah, Biden. This source is about Biden allowing it to happen, but this doesn't mention Biden. The executive order is going to be like.
Are the claims true that there was Russian laundered oil?
What this source says, sure. It says that today we reveal that an American purchase of this fuel contributed to an estimated 180 million to Kremlin between January and September of this year. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I mean, like, sure, what this source says is true. I don't know, like, how they're gathering this data. I don't know how they're like estimating this, what sources they use. So but let's just
Okay,
say, like, I
so
grant it to be
if-
true. Like, but then like, how do you put the blame on Biden?
If he was president, he could have just not bought the Russian oil. If it's sanctioned Russian
He didn't
oil,
buy the Russian oil. He put sanctions on it, and he didn't buy the Russian oil.
even laundered, you can still turn it away with your own military. You prevent it from happening. Police officers are out there meant to prevent it from happening. And if they don't prevent crime from happening, they are allowing it. So you'd put the blame on the police officers for allowing the crime to happen.
But I can see your perspective, but this isn't. You're not, you. How are you putting the blame on Biden and saying Biden allowed this?
Because he could have acted as Trump has acted. He could have enacted the military and pushed them off. Just stopped the cargo from happening.
So Trump isn't actually doing that. In fact, what I told Liam is that Trump is now actively considering lifting sanctions off of Russia and Belarus.
Okay, but this is
So that's
completely
false.
different.
No, it's not. We're talking about Russia. I just added Belarus in there, and we're talking about sanctions about their oil. So no, it's not completely different. It's literally the same, just different time periods.
I think you're retarded, man. I really do. I'm trying to be
Run,
nice.
by the way. Like notice how like as soon as like the sigh where like they gave off like the notice where like that then like they knew that they gave up and like they just slurred. Pretty interesting people. I banned them.
being his friend, and he went to the FBI.
How's it going, D Sport Trump?
To investigate these people. You know, there's something not.
Okay, cool. I did not mean to accept. Did I accept it? No. What's up, YouTube? Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you have not already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things. Someone said, quote unquote, America has never seen 14% unemployment rate except for the fucking depression, you idiot. M. Jol Ner Wrath 23. I could have just spelled it out. I want to bet money on that. And I can prove that pretty easily here. 14.8. Quite frankly, actually so wrong, and so disrespectful, quite frankly. Disrespectful like never seen before. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off. I've been on for what, 2 hours I'm assuming? We had a pretty like decent conversations, we had some pretty good debates. So what I'm gonna do, what sane country would grant huge tax cuts when there's already 40 trillion unpaid national debt? Especially to the rich billionaires in top 1%. I'm probably gonna like just let this person up if they're not a Trump supporter, then I'll just split up the live streams and go live later tonight as well. How's it going, Bob? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, and I have a message about your background.
How old are you?
I am 21 and I was born in 2004.
There's an echo.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear?
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, if you want to swipe out of the app or maybe disconnect and come back in.
Shit, I'm on kind of an old iPad. That's why it's kind of glitchy.
Sure, man. I disconnected you. Feel free to come back up here. Or maybe like you're playing it on another device, but... Send you another invite here. See if the echo is gone. Test.
Yup.
Still an echo there. Are you connected to Bluetooth?
I am not.
Nothing I can do about that. How's it going? Do you support Trump?
I don't, but I want to like give a reason why you should not support Trump at all.
How old are you?
I'm 18,
When's your birth year?
2007,
What month?
June
What day?
5th, June 5th, 2007.
You'd be 19. Sorry. Sorry, I can't let minors up here. I'm so sorry. Plus, I'm about to get off. I was gonna let you talk for like a few seconds if you like were 18, but can't do that. TikTok terms of service, not me. You pulled the background out of your app from trustmebro.com. I vote red. I know you're a troll. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off, y'all. I'll see you guys tonight with more debates tonight. I will see you guys. So come back tonight.